everybody, here's Krystian from Teamworkcast. Today I'm here with a new series where we wanted to talk a little bit how we record our podcast technically, how we do all the things that we do. A lot of you guys want to record your own podcast and you're sending us all those questions, how do you edit this and do that? So this is a series for you, showing you how we do the things that we do. And today I wanted to talk about a very important topic. People aren't asking us questions about this. We always get questions about video stuff. How do you edit videos and how do you record the videos? Oh, I want to know. But people are rarely asking us about how do we do the audio. And the thing with the audio is that I feel it is probably the most important things that you can, be worried about when recording a podcast. And you will want to invest a certain amount of money to get like good recording equipment for the audio and not actually for the video. There's one thing you might do before you do that, and that is looking at all the different things that you already possess that might be able to record very, very good audio. There's actually microphones installed in a lot of very freaky things nowadays. And so your house is probably full of devices that can record audio, and it might be a good idea to just compare them. And here are some examples I just brought with me that you should be looking at. Here's, for example, like a notebook. Like most people would probably use this as like a very easy way to record audio because you don't have to plug in anything. It's just your computer already there, so you just click on record and it automatically selects, the microphone that is built into the notebook. The problem is that I feel like quite often notebook microphones are really, really bad. One problem I see very, very often with those microphones is that they pick up the noises that the notebook already makes. They pick up like the fans or the hard drive and stuff like that. And then you have constantly some kind of, background noise going on with those. Apple notebooks are usually better with this, so that might be a good choice. But for example, I'm using a very expensive Lenovo notebook, and it even has on the package, it says noise cancelling and 3 microphones built into it. And it still sounds really, really horrible. So, don't stop there. Look further. One other thing that a lot of people might be looking at is a headset, because already have it. Usually, most people use a headset anyway, like a gaming headset, and often those things already have a built-in microphone. So that might be a good choice. One reason why it might be a very good choice is that those microphones usually are close to your mouth. So they usually are designed not to pick up background noise, but are just focused on the thing that you're actually saying. And you don't have to deal so much with am I far enough for the microphone for the audio to get picked up? You often get a very consistent quality and consistent level from those recordings. The only problem that you often have with those is that, the quality really varies depending on what kind of headset you buy. Most of the headset microphones are actually really crappy, to be honest. Because the problem is that you see that, that's a very tiny space to encase a microphone into. So, they are not the best quality. Often the goal is just to communicate anything, but they're not actually preserving the sound in a good quality or anything. Definitely something that you should try. And, there are thousands of different kinds of headsets. So this is the one I bought once, it's a €10 headset, and I wouldn't expect the best quality out of this kind of stuff, but you have to kind of try, One thing that most people are missing and you should definitely check is your cell phone, because quite often there are amazingly and surprisingly good quality microphones built into cell phones. Cell phone manufacturers often do a competition, which cell phone has the best voice quality, and so they trying to maximize their microphone capabilities on those devices. They're also often quite made for an environment where there's a lot of stuff going on around you. So especially if you're recording a podcast outside, for example, an iPhone might be a surprisingly good choice for this. So the point I'm trying to make is go out out there, look at all the devices in your house that are actually capable of recording stuff already, and just make a comparison. Because unlike, cameras, where at least you maybe have like megapixels, which give you a hint maybe of the picture quality, it doesn't. With microphones, you have there's not really like a good way of comparing them to each other, at least, for a layperson. There is not like a number or something you can see. So what I often find is most effective is just simply comparing, recording a couple of sentences and comparing them to each other to see how different they sound, what different quality they are delivering. And again, maybe there is like a hidden gem. Maybe it's the crappy, maybe it's this one. Maybe it's that one turns out to be the one that sounds best to you. Now, while looking around in your house for like devices that might deliver like some superior audio quality, this might actually work out for you and, to get you started. In the long run, you will, if you're really serious about podcasting, you will probably want to buy like a, good recording microphone, like a podcast microphone. That's actually a very good investment because, you can use a microphone like this for a lot of different purposes. And, it will dramatically improve the quality of any kind of video or podcasting work you do. Now, it might be, that's kind of actually a very difficult thing to buy, again, because there's not a good, measurement for figuring out what kind of microphone is good and what kind of microphone is not so good. So again, in this case, you kind of have to look around, look what kind of recording setup other podcasts are using that you kind of find sounds awesome. Read different reviews and stuff like that, and eventually you probably have to buy a couple of ones and then just keep the one that you find works well. On Teamworkcast, personally, I had like 3 microphones now. I started out with a Samson microphone, which was pretty good, but I wasn't kind of like very happy with the way it dealt with, loud and soft noises. There was like a huge disparity between the two, like huge dynamic range problem, I guess, or I don't know. So I eventually moved on to a podcast I saw that Day 9 was using, the StarCraft podcast, shoutcaster kind of guy. He uses the blue Snowball microphone, which is like a round microphone, very cool one. I really like this one. I kept it for a couple of days and I was quite satisfied with it. I think Nahxela is using this microphone and is quite satisfied with it. But I eventually went with the same company, but the next step up, which is the blue Yeti microphone, something that Shepard recommended to me. And I'm actually quite happy with this result. I think it's a very, very good microphone. I heard a lot of indie developers are using this actually for their, voiceover recording for the games. So these are like microphones which I would recommend you to check out to take a closer look at. Also, the microphone might be not the only thing that you want to buy. There are some other things that you have to kind of consider when you have a microphone, which is kind of like, first of all, how do you attach the thing? There are kind of like these things that you kind of have to set up, to make sure that the microphone works with the kind of gaming setup you have. There are like different kind of things you have to consider. Also, there's like these things which are like a plop filter, which kind of prevents you from spitting right directly into the microphone. I bought this and I ended up not using this, but a lot of people are, and it actually improves the quality of your recording quite a bit. Generally, there is like a lot of things that you have to learn about a microphone once you get it. So don't expect you get a microphone and everything is peachy and awesome in you're delivering podcast gold immediately. You will have to do a little bit of learning with your microphone before you can deliver excellent quality. If you have any suggestions for microphones and recording setups that you thought were amazing, post them in the comments right now. Otherwise, we're gonna put like the microphones we use on a podcast show in the descriptions, so you can take a closer look at them as well. So that's it for today. We see you next time and have a good one. Ding!